Yo, what's going on, guys? So, I have a bit of a different video for you guys here today. We're not really going to be talking about, we're not going to be watching a movie trailer, and we're not going to be doing a review. We're just going to be sitting and talking about what I'm going to be talking, and you guys can let me know what you think of my opinions down below in the comments section. I'm not really sure how long this is going to be. This could be, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. I don't know. I'm just going to ramble, but we're just going to talk about Hollywood and why I think woke Hollywood is failing right now. I know there's lots of other opinions out there from creators that are much larger than mine, but I just want to give my 2 cents with my background on stories and comics and things like that. And I think we should start with obviously probably one of the biggest things in the past 2 weeks, which is Black Snape with Harry Potter. Black Snape, so I never really grew up with Harry Potter. Well, I grew up with it, but like I didn't read it, I didn't watch it, but I was part of that generation. But so I don't really know like the story and the background of like Harry and Hogwarts and the Wizarding World. But I played the games. I enjoyed Hogwarts Legacy, and that really got me interested for a little while in Harry Potter and some of the wizarding stuff. And I did, seek out some lore and things like that. But even then, I still never really got too interested into it. But when I heard that there was going to be a new TV series coming out, I was like, oh, this is my perfect chance to jump in. It's kind of at the time I was thinking, they're going to stay very loyal to what J.K. Rowling did in her books, and they're going to follow that. And so I was like, in an HBO show, so I was like, oh, I can just hop in here and, I can get the story and everything like that. Well, we now have one of the most pivotal characters, as far as I'm aware, Severus Snape, who is now gone from a white guy to a black guy. And I could reiterate all the things that everybody else has reiterated, which is like, at some point Harry sees his dad hanging Snape from a tree, and I'm pretty sure somebody said maybe hitting him with a stick or something like that. And so now that you've changed that from a white guy to a black guy, how is that going to look? That completely changes, how like the story is taken and things like that. And then, of course, how Harry, the first year he's there, I've heard that he's suspicious of Snape, like, stealing things. And so now you're going to have the only black teacher, and a white kid is going to be, that's the one person it's just, you see where this is going. But more importantly, what I want to talk about is how Hollywood is bankrupt on, or not just original ideas in general, but especially for like minorities and their group of people. Because and one story that I want to bring up is the Blue Marvel, Adam Brashear. I think he's an amazing example of this. Go look up his comics, read the Blue Marvel stuff. It's amazing. But so the reason I bring him up is because Adam Brashear. Okay, let me back up a little bit. I'm trying to catch up in my head. Okay, but he's not a hand-me-down character, if you get what I'm saying. Like, and I know people know what I'm talking about when it's like, oh, why are you taking I wouldn't want, as a white guy, I would want the role of like a black character. Like, I just wouldn't. Like, that's a hand-me-down from another race. Like, I don't want that. Like, let me, develop a character for myself, or like maybe there's another character I can play that makes sense for me and my ethnicity and things like that, and it won't piss people off because it's a race swap, normal shit. But they're just they're so bankrupt, they can't come up with an original character anymore. They have to give minorities roles of white people, and it doesn't look good. It is a hand-me-down from white people, and it's shitty. Like, you should not be doing that to these people. And they're better. Like literally, like they are better than a hand-me-down rule. Like they're better than that. They are, and every race is better than a hand-me-down rule. Like you shouldn't like you be giving people hand-me-down rules. And so Blue Marvel is an amazing example of somebody who's not a hand-me-down role. His story takes place during World War II. And Blue Marvel, Adam Brashear, is a African American man, and he wears a mask when he suits up. I'm not going to go into his whole story and everything. Like, I'm just going to give you the gist. But he wears a mask when he suits up. Well, one day while he's out fighting crime, saving the day, the world discovers that he is a black man. And, you know, the story takes place during a time where there is lots of racism and things like that, and there's segregation and things like that. And basically, the president comes to him and says, hey, we need you to ask you to step down. I'm going to give you, like, I think he says he gives him, like, a Presidential Medal of Honor or something like that. I'm not sure exactly. He gets some type of reward. I can't quite remember. But they basically ask him to go into hiding and not to be the Blue Marvel again. And that's what he does. But later on, Adam Brashear ends up coming back, and they end up needing Adam Brashear. And then Adam Brashear is accepted, and it's a great story. It's fantastic. It shows how somebody can go from being this minority character where there's like tons of racism. At least, this is just my opinion. Maybe you disagree. Where there's like tons of people hate them, and there's racism, and even though they're receiving that hate from others, they still have within them the honor and the courage and the duty to do the right thing and save those people who are essentially treating them like garbage. And through saving those people then change their tune, and they accept Adam Brashear as the Blue Marvel and as their hero. And in my opinion, I think that's a great story. I think that shows, like, I think that's an original character who's overcoming an actual problem that did happen, but telling it in a very cool story through this superhero, Adam Brashear, who's the Blue Marvel, and he's also like ingenious scientist, like on Bruce Banner levels and things like that. That plays into the story. It's very cool stuff. He's one of my top 5 heroes. Like, honestly, I love the Blue Marvel. But yeah, that's just, it's just disappointing, man. Like, I wish we could get original characters. Like, why can't Marvel do an Adam Brashear instead of, like, I don't know, like race swapping somebody, or like Disney race swaps people all the time, like with the mermaid. Like, if you want to do an original story with a black character, do Adam Brashear. Do the Blue Marvel. I mean, he did it with Black Panther once. Like, that was really good. I enjoyed the first Black Panther, and I actually think Civil War is probably a better Black Panther movie than Black Panther, but Black Panther is still really good. Black Panther 2 sucks. I don't like Black Panther 2, but I'll never watch that movie again. But Black Panther 1 is really good. But yeah, I've rambled for a little bit. This is pretty much what I wanted to talk about, was just how, like, Hollywood they've lost the ability to, and it's not difficult. Like, it's really not. They can't, I don't understand how they can't recognize, like, it doesn't even have to be Blue Marvel. These are just my example that I like to use. But, like, you can't recognize somebody like Blue Marvel and be like, hey, like, let's adapt that story. Let's find a character that, or an actor that, looks like Adam Brashear a little bit from the comics, looks like Blue Marvel, who would enjoy playing this character, and let's make that film. And let's make it for the fans. Somebody that, I believe it was the director of the new Super Mario Galaxy movie, they said something where they basically were like, if you don't know anything about Mario and stuff, fuck you, don't come see this film. And I think that works great for large pre-existing IPs. So when you take something like a Star Wars or a DC or a Marvel or a Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings, whatever it is, and you I think that works when you say like, oh, like, fuck you, this isn't made for you, because, you know, you already have that pre-existing fan base. And um, it's just like these people don't, these writers, whoever these woke activists are, they don't need to be touching these IP, because what's going to happen is you're going to get something like a Black Snape. And yeah, the trailer hasn't been like completely ratioed, but it's very divisive, and a divisive project isn't a successful project. We saw that this last summer with James Gunn's Superman. It didn't do very well. It was very divisive, and that's why it didn't do well. Because of like the original wave that went out and saw it, where deciding, okay, either I'm gonna like this or I'm not gonna like it. And in order for something to be truly a success, in my mind, you have to win a majority of people over, like 80 to 90%. James Gunn's Superman, it did not do that. It was 50-50, maybe 40, 60-40 somewhere, you know, dependent on, you know, certain statistics, but somewhere within there, 50-50 to 60-40. And that's divisive, because now when you put out your next project, people are gonna be like, well, James Gunn did Superman and I didn't like Superman, and so I don't think I'm gonna go see this. And so now you've already lost half your fandom. Like, you see what I'm talking about? Like being a device. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be my my little rant for today, or a little discussion. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. If the camera angle seems like it's changed multiple times throughout this, it's because it probably has. I film all these. I'm gonna be getting just so you guys know, I'm gonna be getting a computer soon, so I can, you know, have my photos be the right way and everything like that. And my videos, but currently I've started doing this on my phone the past year, and now that we're going into the second year of this, and I know I want to continue doing this, I'm going to invest some money into it now. But so yeah, that will be coming, you know, within the next by the end of summer. I'm shooting to have that set up. You know, I gotta pay for it all and everything like that, and it's expensive. So, especially with the price of like RAM and AI driving that up and everything, I thought, oh, it's a mess. But I will get that for you guys. I just wanted to let you guys know that quality is hopefully going to be going up soon in these. But for now, this is what we got, and I appreciate you guys who have watched and stuck with me over this year. It's very much appreciated. I just want to let you guys know that it seems like that's why the camera angle was shifted throughout this. It's probably because it really legitimately has. I've had to, like, my phone's like cut out, and I've had to go in and, like, you know, clear out some storage so I can like record again and stuff like that and edit all these together. But so I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you guys had a great Easter with your families, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, everyone.